Hello everybody, this is Tonari and I'm gonna talk about Tonari no kyuuketsuki-san. The translation means my neighbor is a vampire or my neighbor vampire, something like that. Basically, this anime is a slice of life moe anime, and if I want to describe this anime, I would say that this is a very basic, very vanilla and very pedestrian slice of life anime. To summarize, my overall feeling to this anime is that it is very unremarkable. I've read the manga before watching the anime, and what my impression was that this is just a nice little read what you do in between doing tasks at your work, or it's not something that you really invest on or you really very enjoy the comedy. It's just something silly, something's very it's a it's a yonkoma, yonkoma manga. There's a lot of yonkoma manga where there's really nothing significant or remarkable, unlike certain yonkoma like Gochiusa. But Gochiusa is a masterpiece, but let's ignore that. When I first heard about the anime and I heard that it's gonna be a 20 minutes per episode anime, I was very skeptical because the content is very unimpressive. There is really nothing going on in there. There's really no clever or witty comedy. The characters are okay. The characters ranges from annoying to okay. The main character is a Shinobu clone from Kinero Mosaic. They are pretty much the same, and the vampire is like maybe like Alice discount Alice, but it's a little different. Okay, the character is Sophie. The other character is Sophie. Sophie is a vampire, and the gimmick is that Sophie is a vampire. Is a few hundred years old vampire, and then this discount Shinobu be friends with her and then starts to live with her. I mean, the gimmick is maybe fine, I guess, but I think the writers trapped themselves in making this setup because it really destroy many opportunity to write interesting scenario. Because one thing, Sophie as a character is always most of the time are awake in the night, but the discount Shinobu is not. He is a normal human being, and then so basically their interaction has this very little window of time. This is not necessarily bad because if you recall, in Gochi Usa, the characters mostly interact during their work time, which is only a few hours after their school, something like that. But my problem is this: the writers is very unremarkable. Like I said, there is no funny moment. There is no real clever writings or good or witty situations. There is no good delivery of humor. Delivery is important, and in this anime, there's generally just very basic punchline, very basic comedy that you can see in every other moe slice of life yonkoma manga. So what also in this anime is can be quite fan servicey, and not and for the fan service is if you're into it, it's okay, I guess. But for me, if there are fan service but there is no good comedy behind it, no good substance behind it, it just become very will be very unimpressed by it. Another thing that I really dislike about this manga and anime is that everybody is like super Yuri. There are only female characters in this anime, and then for some reason they all like so into each other, so like very in love with each other. In every other opportunity they will do like, oh, you really like me, right? Oh no, I will not give you to anybody. Oh, and then no, don't flirt with other when I'm here, something like that. I don't mind Yuri. In fact, I really like Yuri. My favorite title is Love Life after all, and Gochiusa has lots of Yuri shipping. But unlike Gochiusa has a very rewarded character interaction, as in The character interacts with each other, and then it develops naturally until you as a viewer wants to ship them. Gochisa is a very good example that you can ship anyone with everyone, and then it still feels natural because the writer of the original manga did a good job in making them interact with each other and then making the friendship develop naturally and nicely. But unlike in this anime feels like every other recent moe slice of life anime. The Yuri feels very ham-fisted. Just I think the writers know that there is nothing impressive with this with the comedy and the how it uses the gimmick, the vampire gimmick, that it has to make everyone super gay. And I really hate that. It reminds me a lot of other slice of life anime that I didn't even finish because it has Yuri and some basic comedy, but it is very unimpressive. I didn't finish watching this anime. I think so far there's still like 10 episodes. I watched like 5 episodes, I think, because there is enough for me to see that there is nothing going on in this anime that I haven't seen in any other anime. The art is okay, I guess. My friend showed me various screenshots from later episodes, and I see that sometimes they go all out with the fan service, sexy outfits, bathroom scenes, bathing scenes, swimsuit and bikini, something like that. So should you watch it? As I said in the title, it is a very basic anime. It ticks off most lists in how to make a slice of life anime. But to me, it is very unimpressive. If you want actual good slice of life anime, just watch something like Gochisa. Or maybe if you are very classic, you just go watch Lucky Star or something that actually utilizes its gimmick pretty well. And that's my opinion, some of my opinion on this anime. Good night.